What's going on, Wolf Squad? Now, before we get into this week's video, I do want to let you guys know I'm still recovering from a cold or whatever this is. So, there might be a lot of cuts, just to let you guys know. There might be a lot of cuts in the video. Just fair warning. Yeah, I have been feeling a lot better ever since I caught this cold or whatever this is that I'm dealing with. Anyway, I'm not 100% just yet, but I am feeling much, much better to the point to where I can actually sleep at night now. For those of you guys that have had a cold and you guys know how it feels to be like coughing and blowing your nose all night, you guys feel me. So this is the long awaited rant video that I've been wanting to make for quite some time. Now, as you guys see over here on my nightstand, I have my notepad ready to go about the topics that I want to go over in this video. Like, for example, we have YouTubers, we have, celebrities, we have content creators, celebrities getting canceled left and right. I'll get into detail about that. Now, for those of you guys that may be new to YouTube or something, maybe new to the term of, canceled, I'll explain what getting canceled means here in just a minute. But anyway, I also want to talk about other topics such as the 2023-24 Carolina Panthers team, my take on what I've seen from this Carolina Panther team and where I expect them to be at the end of the season. Simple topics like that. My clan and Clash of Clans and just clans in general in Clash. I want to get into that. And see, this is why I brought my notepad over here with me. Like I said, guys, I'm still recovering from a cold, so expect me to cough a lot. Expect there to be a lot of cuts in the video, etc. Anyway, these two first topics go hand in hand with each other. Because, first off, we're going to start out with, all the YouTubers and celebrities getting canceled left and right. And for those of you that don't know what getting canceled means, basically, getting canceled basically means you have an overwhelming amount of people that hate you, that really hate you. But not just that. Not just the overwhelming amounts of haters, but also there's also some stuff that the YouTuber or the certain celebrity may have done to make those fans angry at them, to nonetheless drive them towards getting that person or that content creator canceled. And over the past, I want to say year and a half, 2 years, there have been content creators, especially YouTubers, that have been getting canceled left and right. So I just want to let you guys know to brace yourself. I just want to let you guys know to brace yourself for all these name drops. Shane Dawson, Brent Rivera, SS Sniper Wolf being one of the more recent people to, get caught in all this, all the drama that she's been getting caught in and, cancel culture. There's a bunch of others as well. James Charles. There's a few others that I'm forgetting about. Anyway, cancel culture is very real, guys. And that's why I don't make reaction videos. Now, nothing against, reactor, the reaction type of YouTubers, the type of people that love doing reaction videos. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Nothing against people wanting to be, reaction channels, but I'm just saying, that's the hard thing about being a reaction channel, because you have to give credit to the videos that were provided to you. You have to give credit to the original people that made those videos, that provided those videos to react to. I'm not the best at doing these sit down videos, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. That's the dark side about reaction channels. It is very, very, very difficult to be a reaction channel without getting caught in some sort of petty drama. It's very difficult to react a certain way, or whether it's certain stuff that you say, certain stuff that you do that make a lot of people angry at you. It's very difficult to say stuff and react to stuff without getting a bunch of people mad at you. And that's why I don't make reaction videos, guys. That's why I just don't. Like I said, nothing against people that want to do that. I'm just saying that's the reason why I don't do that. That's the reason why I didn't want to become a reaction channel. I'm more of a gamer. You guys know me. I'm more of a gamer. So that kind of brings me to, like I said, these two topics go hand in hand with each other. And the second thing I want to talk about, guys, is the way I grew up. The way I grew up. And, I was born in the 90s. My childhood was in the 2000s, 2010s. And arguably, you might be able to say, if I had started my channel back then, I would be a much bigger content creator than I am today. And, well, although that might be true, but see, that's mainly the reason why I'm not as big of a content creator as, I probably should be. I was one of those kids that grew up in the early 2000s and 2010s. We didn't grow up with Wi-Fi, so obviously didn't grow up with Xbox Live, didn't have PlayStation Network. We were on data limits. For those of you guys that grew up with a data limit, you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I said, guys, excuse the nasally voice, the sore throat. Like I said, I'm still recovering from this cold or whatever it may be. And I'm not really feeling 100% right now. Like I said, I'm still recovering. So ignore all that. Anyway, for those of you guys that grew up with, data limits on your phone, you guys know what that's about. I was one of those kids, guys. I was one of those kids that grew up with a data limit on their phone. I couldn't be on my phone for too long. I couldn't use up a certain amount of data, or else my phone would be shut off. No internet access whatsoever until the data gets recycled. I was one of those kids. So that brings me to the games that I play on my Xbox here on YouTube. The games that I play to show you. I keep saying show you case. English, James. The games that I play to showcase to you guys are the games that I grew up playing. Star Wars Battlefront 2, Halo Wars, games like that. I grew up playing those specific games, during my childhood days, during my early teen years. No Wi-Fi whatsoever. I would always be playing with my brothers. Grab my Mountain Dew Energy real quick. But yeah, like I said, still recovering. Last time I'm saying it. Still recovering from this cold. Ignore that as much as possible. Anyway, that brings me to Clash. And just like YouTubers nowadays getting canceled left and right goes hand in hand with how I grew up, Clash also kind of goes hand in hand with that as well. Because for those of you guys that know about Clash, you guys know Clash first became a game back in 2012. And like I just mentioned to you guys, that's the era that I come from. 2000s, 2010s. That's the era that I grew up in. And what was so magical and so special about the early 2010s, the early 2000s, is the fact that there wasn't very much drama at all. Content creators, yeah, sure, maybe some people were still getting caught up in drama. But see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. People get canceled because there are some YouTubers, not all, some. There are some YouTubers that genuinely believe, they really think that they are better than everyone else just because they're able to pull in more views, they're pulling in more subs, they have more subs, they're pulling in more money, etc., etc., etc. And when you have a content creator that really believes that they are better than everyone else, that's what leads to you getting canceled. Because if you really believe that you're better than everyone else, that ego is going to go to your head. That pride's going to go to your head to the point to where you're going to say and do stuff that's going to piss off most of your fan base. And you're not going to care. You're not going to care that they're mad about something that you should be worried about. Now, some people might be watching this video and probably are thinking the same thing about me. Now, of course, I'm not really that big of a content creator, but still, it doesn't matter if you're a big content creator, small content creator. If you get caught up in drama, you get caught up in cancel culture, then then it can really affect how your channel grows from that point forward. No matter if you're a small creator or a big creator. Cancel culture affects everybody, big or small. Now, I'm not trying to be hypocritical, but that's just the truth of the matter. That's just the truth of the matter, and that's why I always, that's why I always look at this stuff. I watch the videos about certain people. I watch, I learn about the drama that they're caught in. I learn about why these certain people are getting canceled. And I learn from that, and I genuinely avoid, making that same mistake. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I better than anybody else. Like, nobody's better than me. I'm not better than anybody else. And that's the way it should be. Nobody should think that they are better than anybody else. Which leads to YouTube nowadays being considered as a competition. But see, that's the thing, though. It shouldn't be a competition. That's my personal take on that. It shouldn't be a competition. Because if somebody like me can do something as simple as making a video. If somebody somebody like me can do something as simple as making a video, then everybody can pretty much do it. No further look into that than that. Like I said, I'm not the best at doing these sit-down videos, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, just plain and simple, if you are a bigger content creator, you shouldn't let that pride, you shouldn't let that ego go to your head to the point to where you think you're better than everybody else, because you're not. That's the truth of the matter. You're not. Nobody's better than me. I'm not better than anybody else. Period. So instead of trying to, this is my own opinion on YouTube being a competition, bigger creators treating YouTube as a competition. This is my personal take on it. Wouldn't YouTube be a better place if it wasn't treated as a competition? Like, think of this. What if... Excuse me, guys. Like I said, I'm still recovering from this cold. It has been annoying for the past week. So, think of this. Wouldn't YouTube be a much better place if it wasn't treated as a competition? So, like, for instance, what if instead of trying to get more views than this person or this person, trying to get more likes, more, subs, trying to make a better video, what if we try to build each other up? What if creators try to build each other up, no matter the genre, no matter the, style of which creators do things? What if we all just try to build each other up? And see, that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to build my channel up, is so I can then use my platform. Well, not my platform, but you guys know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. That way I can use this platform to, build up other people. I recently watched a Star Wars Battlefront 2 Galactic Conquest series that was made by somebody else that coincidentally was just as small of a creator as I am. This person had 500 subs. And he was just making content about playing the games that he loves playing. And that's really as far as YouTube should go. I feel like that's one of the reasons why Twitch was made. I'm not even wording this right, but YouTube would be such a better place if we all learned to just help one another out. YouTube would be such a better place if everyone would learn to just help one another out, instead of trying to tear each other down. For those of you that have made it this far into the video, just hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Because I know there are some of you guys that watch my video somewhere between 30 seconds to about a minute, 2 minutes. Just hear me out. I don't have the best equipment. I don't have the best equipment. I don't have the best internet connection. This is only year 2 for me, guys. This is only year 2 for me in this journey. Like I said, there's going to be some cuts. This cold, man. This cold. Anyway, like I said, I didn't expect filming this video this early. Well, not necessarily this early, but you guys know what I mean. I am wording this so bad, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say nonetheless. That brings me to my next topic. Clash of Clans. Now, I haven't updated you guys on my clan and Clash yet, but we have successfully rebuilt my clan and Clash. It's now up to, 40, 50 people again. We're dominating in wars. We are just about to become a level 12 clan. And see, this just goes to prove what I've been saying time and time and time again. If people would just learn to help one another instead of trying to tear each other down, criticizing everything people do. Oh, you did this wrong, and you should have done this when you should have done this, but instead you did this. Or you didn't do this wrong, you didn't do that wrong, blah, blah, blah. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. We should be focused on building one another up instead of tearing each other down. But see, that's the sad part. Nobody wants to do that nowadays. This generation of people does not want to do that nowadays. And see, I just talked about it, but the generation that I came from, there was people in that generation that would always be willing to help. Less problems, less drama. And I feel like we took that generation for granted. We took that era for granted. And knowing that I came from that generation, well, you guys know the deal there. Like I said, I absolutely could have started a YouTube channel back then. I absolutely could have. But I did not have what I needed. I didn't know the stuff that I know now back then. I didn't have a laptop back then, especially back then. Xbox Series X didn't have that. Star Wars Battlefront 2 wasn't in the Microsoft Store. So that all boils down to things happening for a reason. So going back to the topic of people getting canceled left and right, this just goes to prove what I've been saying the past 2 years. The reason people are getting canceled, the reason why YouTube pushes these content creators is because they draw in the most money, they draw in the most people, they draw in, they pull in the most views, the most likes, the most subs, the most money. And that's why I truly believe social media has become so biased. That's the sad part of it. The sad part of it all. Social media nowadays has become so biased to where it's the content creators that are big today. The content creators that are big on social media today, they don't realize how easy they had it. They don't realize how easy they had it back in those days. Because back in those days, YouTube as a platform itself was still blowing up. It was still growing and growing and growing. Back in those days, it was so easy to start a channel and gain subscribers just by doing videos like what I'm doing today. And that's the generation I came from, guys. That's the generation I came from. You come home from a busy school week on a Friday evening, Friday afternoon, for those of you guys that know about half day. For those of you guys that know about half day, it's when you get out of school after lunch and you come home. Instead of Friday evening, you would come home Friday afternoon. I don't remember which day was half day for me, but I'm just using Friday as an example. And then not only would you have Friday evening off, but you'd have Saturday, entire day on Saturday off, and Sunday, and you wouldn't really have to worry about doing homework or studying for something until Sunday evening, Sunday night. You would lay in your parents' bed watching cartoons on a Saturday morning, watching TV with your friends, playing games whatsoever, whether it's with your friends or your brothers. If you have any siblings whatsoever, brother, sister, that enjoys playing video games just as much as you do, you kind of see where I'm going there. So, back to Clash. This just goes to prove, content creators getting canceled left and right just goes to prove that what I've been saying this whole time, the past 2 years, you can't just build up a YouTube channel, build up something big and automatically think that you're doing this better. You're doing what you are doing what you do better than anybody else, because the truth of the matter is you are not better than anybody else. Because the life lesson here is it doesn't matter how good you think you are. There's always going to be somebody that's better. There's always going to be somebody that's better and better and better and better and better. You get the point there. There's always going to be somebody that is better than you. And that is why we shouldn't go around believing that we're the best at whatever it is that we do. There's nobody better than us. Because that's the truth of the matter. Like I just said, there's always going to be somebody that does a certain something better than you do it. But see, here we are. Sad thing is, here we are in 2023, where we have content creators getting called out left and right. Shane Dawson, Brent Rivera, SS Sniper Wolf, forget who else, James Charles, and a few others. I forget who, but you guys kind of see my point there. So yeah, back to Clash. We've successfully built my clan back up, and hopefully we can get some people to stay and help us out. Because I would love nothing more than to get our win-loss record turned around. One moment, guys. But yeah, content creators nowadays thinking that they're better than everyone else also applies to how clan leaders look at their clans. It also applies to that. Because see, I'm one of those clan leaders that believes in life outside of gaming. I treat my clan as a second family. And that's how clans should be. That's how clan leaders should treat their clan. Because not only are you building something special with your clan, you're also making friends who could, long term, be there for you through thick and thin. You're building a relationship you're building a relationship, you're building a friendship with the people in your clan who could potentially, be there for you through thick and thin. So that's why I believe as a clan leader, you shouldn't be like making all these rules saying, oh, use both war attacks in war or you're kicked. Donate this many troops or you're kicked, beyond this certain amount of time or you're kicked. That's no way to treat a clan. That is no way to treat clan members. That is no way to treat people. Now, I do want to go off topic for a little bit and mention, like I said, I do have a notebook with me on my nightstand so I can keep track of all the topics that I go over and whatnot. And all of these topics that I'm trying to go over them as fast as I can. I'm trying to, shorten them out and go over them as quick as I can, because had I continued, going over that one specific topic, I could talk about one specific topic for hours. So that just goes to show just how good that I've already gotten, with these sit down videos. That's how much I've improved over, I don't know, the past 2-3 years. Like I said, guys, before I started YouTube, before I started Twitch, I was doing these videos over on my Facebook page. So that's where all the experience, of doing this comes from. So, yeah, my clan and clash is getting rebuilt, finally, with the help of some clanmates. Shout out to my buddy Wyatt, and hi. Iron Dutchman on Twitch. Shout out to them, by the way, because they've been with me. They've been helping me through thick and thin, and I would not have been able to get my clan rebuilt to where it is right now without them. I would not have been able to. So, one of my last topics, guys, is I kind of already covered most of the topics here because I've said it in the beginning of the video, but most of these topics, you guys can see, can kind of go hand in hand with each other. And one of my final topics, guys, is my take on the Carolina Panthers this year. Now, we have a new coaching staff. We have an entirely new team from last year. Frank Reich is our new head coach. We have a new defensive coordinator, a new offensive coordinator. We have a new special teams guy. We have a running back coach, a secondary coach, assistant defensive coach, assistant secondary coach. We have a whole convoy of coaches now that we didn't have last season. We made some moves in free agency. We acquired DJ Chark, Adam Thielen, Hayden Hurst, Miles Sanders. And we've just been making moves through free agency and through the draft. We acquired the number 1 overall pick from the Chicago Bears. And I can understand why most people would expect us to do really, 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 really well. Start out 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. I can understand why people would expect us to do that well. I did not. We're going to have, with this entirely new team, we're going to have some growing pains to get through. We're going to have some down games. We're going to have some games that we should be able to win, but don't. We're going to have these tests. We're going to have these trials and errors. We're going to have, these times where we're going to be highly disappointed on our team. And for those of you guys that are fans of certain teams that have been through times like that, you guys know what it's like. But see, that's the thing though. We have nowadays, here we are in 2023, where we have bandwagon fans. We have bandwagon fans. And we have so many of them to the point where it's hard to tell who's a diehard fan and who's a bandwagon fan. I recently met someone on Instagram. Shout out, by the way. I recently met someone on Instagram through, we kind of had what I like to call a friendly discussion. It was a little bit of an argument. I'm not going to go too deep into it. But yeah, if you watch my video though, you know who you are. You know who you are. Anyway, we're going to have these times where we're going to want to give up on the team because of the years before that didn't turn out so great. The 3 years under Matt Rule, the half season under Wilkes. But this is, like I said, guys, this is only our first year under this new offense, this new defense scheme, this new coaching staff. Bryce Young is going to have to learn to adapt to the NFL. We got to keep players healthy. We just have to give this team some time. We have to give this team time to build chemistry, and we got to give Bryce Young time to develop and adapt. And I feel like this team could ultimately be the team that wins us a Super Bowl, say the next 2, 3, 4 years from now. Now, I can't guarantee that, but it would be nice. It would be nice. So, yeah, that's kind of my take on everything. I mean, we're now up to 39 minutes in the clip, but this has been a long-awaited video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I've kind of just been wanting to touch topic on the video that I posted, I think last year. I think it was earlier last year. And I just mentioned this, guys. I am currently sick with a cold. I'm not 100% better yet. I'm still kind of recovering from it. And while I'm recovering from this cold, guys, I've been rewatching my videos nonstop. Especially the older ones. I just rewatched my Knockout City video. And my final stamp on this video would be if you guys are looking to build your own YouTube channel and you don't know how to start, where to start, the best advice I could possibly give to you guys is, start out small, guys. Start out small. Learn what you can early in your YouTube career. Start out learning everything that you can. Don't try to build yourself up overnight. Don't try to, go from 0 to 1,000 subs or 0 to 1,000,000 subs overnight. Because that's just going to lead to a bunch of problems for your YouTube career, because I'm saying that because you're basically diving headfirst into something that you don't have a whole lot of knowledge about. And that's why I spent, I want to say, 5-6 years on Facebook developing the skills that I have now to, start a YouTube channel. I didn't start out on YouTube, guys. I started out on Facebook. You have to be willing to start out small. You have to be willing to start out small. I forget what the term is called, but it basically, if you start out small, you're basically allowing yourself the time that you need to learn everything that you can. So exponential growth. It just came to me. It's exponential growth is what it is. You're allowing the time, you're allowing to give yourself the time that you need to learn what you can and just grow in small amounts. Just not trying to overdo it, not trying to overdo your work and your craft, and, don't try to burn yourself out too quickly. Start out small and grow from there. Now, see, I said it earlier, nothing against reaction channels, nothing against them. But that's just what some people like to say. Reaction videos aren't necessarily my cup of tea. I'm more of a gamer. But the part where I draw the line is when YouTubers think that they're better than somebody else. Just because you have more views, you pull in more views, you pull in more likes, you have more subs, you're a bigger channel. Just because you're a bigger channel, that doesn't make you better than anybody else. Period. So, I guess that's where I want to leave this video off at. If you guys like this video, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to hit 200 before the end of the year. Also, drop a like for my recovery from this cold or whatever this is. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers, guys. And until next time, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed. James Tate, we out.